Here in Gloucester, seniors from 50 to 100 plus years old come in all shapes and sizes, as well as ethnic and cultural backgrounds. They have various degrees of mental and physical abilities, not to mention a wide range of personal financial resources. Many of our mature citizens are lifelong residents, while, especially on Cape Ann, we have a large number of newcomer retirees. Some are summer residents, and some others do brave our New England winters. On the surface, it may seem that they don't have much in common except their AARP cards and a love of this glorious place where we live. Among those who are even aware of the Gloucester Council on Aging and our Rose Baker Senior Center, many think of us as a place to pick up discounted purple trash bags. Others harbor the misconception that all of our clients are a bunch of little old people who use walkers and play bingo. Yes, we have trash bags, and yes, we have bingo. In reality, our programs and activities are as lively, vibrant, relevant, and diverse as our population. In this episode of Unleash the Power of Age, we take a special look at TRIAD and some of the other organizations and individuals who keep us going and growing. City of Gloucester supports us, and we have wonderful board members. We have the Gloucester Council on Aging board members that are appointed by the mayor and the city council. And we also have a voluntary group, the Friends of the Gloucester Council on Aging, who are the fundraisers for the senior center. And they provide an awful lot that the city would not be able to provide for us. And we also have wonderful boards, such as the TRIAD board.
TRIAD is an organization developed by the Sheriff's Department and incorporates the local police, fire, council on aging, and elderly citizens who volunteer like myself to promote safety for senior citizens.
My sister introduced us to TRIAD, and we decided to join, and we've enjoyed it. It's an activity. I think once you retire, you need something to fill the days that can benefit you personally and others.
And TRIAD helps us with, it keeps us up to date on things that are going on in the community, because we have volunteers from the police and fire department who are very good about keeping us informed about safety regulations.
I'm Lieutenant Barbagello with the Gloucester Fire Department. I've been with the department about 23 years. I'm also a member of the TRIAD Council at the Rose Baker Senior Center, and I handle the public fire and life safety education for the community at large.
I work at Golden Living. I'm the Director of Admissions and Marketing. We are a skilled and long-term care rehab in Gloucester, working with the community.
I am an outreach worker and a licensed social worker. And some of the things we do is at the Rose Baker, in my position in particular, is all about keeping elders and seniors safe in their own homes.
I am the outreach coordinator. I'm also a SHINE counselor, which stands for Serving Health Information Needs of Everyone on Medicare. And I'm also a licensed social worker. I'm on the TRIAD board, and I'm there really representing the Rose Baker Senior Center and the Gloucester Council on Aging. TRIAD is trying to educate you, the public, on what needs to happen in this community to make it a better, safer place to live.
My name is Henry McCarl. I'm a retired college teacher, I have been retired here in Gloucester for the last 16 years, and I have been active at the Rosebaker Community Center for the last 4 or 5 years in what's known as the TRIAD program. And I was asked to serve on the TRIAD program because I was interested in the health and welfare and safety of people that get to be my age or younger, but nonetheless people that need some assistance in being safe in their homes.
Well, TRIAD is so important to the population of Gloucester because it's seniors working together with the police department, the fire department, the sheriff's department, Essex County District Attorney's Office, and they work on issues that affect seniors for safety, wellness, and they work together. They meet once a month at the Gloucester Senior Center, the Rosebaker Senior Center.
Some of the other things we do is the Vial of Life, so that your information when our ambulance shows up is readily available, so that we have your care at hand, and we want to make sure you get the best possible care.
When the medical people come to the house, they'll look on your refrigerator, and that will be affixed to your refrigerator. It's magnetized. This is a folded up version of this. You also have a wallet size, so you carry on your person. Same information as the big form. And there's also another one for your car. It's called the yellow dot. This is a sticker that you put on the back window. The information is filled in, put into your glove compartment so that if you're ever in an accident, they notice this, they'll know to look for that information in your glove compartment.
In the event of an emergency in the community, we have a bag that's available. It's $5 with the help of community support.
We recommend that they keep filled with pertinent information, medications for 4 or 5 days, so that if an emergency arises and they have to leave their house or apartment very quickly, that they can take this with them and just go along, and they'll have everything there. Copies of prescriptions if you have them, but enough prescriptions to carry you through for a few days. Forms that people can fill out to take to their doctors. You might have something that's happening today or tomorrow and you don't feel right, but you don't see the doctor till next week. We have these forms you can make out for yourself to just jot it down for any questions you might have to give to your doctor, or anything you're concerned about that will just jog your memory when you're in the doctor's office. We have forms for end of life. We have forms that will tell you where you can where your valuables are, where your insurance papers are, where anything pertaining something that your family would need to know in an emergency and you're not able to tell them. We have forms available for that.
There's scams going on every time you turn around. There's a different one. And just getting people involved to know what's out there in the community and to try and find out what the people need themselves and want information on. And a lot of that information is available at the senior center. If you just come down, there are people there that can help you with many different things.
Seniors who might have unwanted medication, unneeded, expired medications, they can either go to the police station, or twice a year the Rosebaker has a disposal system. We don't want any kind of children using them, getting their hands on it, or getting thrown into the water supply. So one of the things TRIAD does is we're involved in that program in doing the medication disposals. There's a lot of fraud out there. There's a lot of scams out there. So if they have anything particular at home that needs to be saved, like tax forms or Social Security, they should really keep that in a locked box. Anything with their identity, they can come to the Rosebaker and we shred the information. This way, people can't get their identity or their Social Security number. So that's something else that TRIAD is involved in.
If you live in your own house and your house isn't numbered, it is a state law that your house should be numbered, and it's a specific size of number. in a specific location on the house. We have information about that. There are numbers available here at the senior center. If you're unable to put them on yourself, we will get somebody to help you to do that.
I guess the other part of working with the senior community kind of runs parallel with why I became a fireman. We get into this job to help people, and all too often we find gaps in the help that we give. Whether it's we could do better with healthcare as the seniors are involved, we could do better with fire prevention, and I've seen a lot of issues where with a little bit of involvement, a little more involvement from the department itself, we could prevent a lot of tragedies. I've seen a lot of things happen that should never have happened, and for the want of doing something very small like educating someone on a smoke detector or how to use a fire extinguisher, or just to keep their exit doors clear, could make all the difference in the world. So it's really important to me and the department that we reach out and get this information out, make everybody as educated as possible. That's pretty much what we're trying to do. Education is your best protection.
TRIAD to me is, it's part of my job, but it's also the right thing to do. So living in the community, to be associated with that team is how we're helping our seniors in the community.
It's all about reaching out to the community, reaching out to seniors, working with different agencies, working with police and nonprofits to make sure we're doing outreach to seniors, to making sure they aren't alone, that they get the services they need, that they're safe at home, that they feel like they can stay at home. And that's what TRIAD does, and that's what I'm involved in through TRIAD.
TRIAD addresses issues that seniors need to focus on, whether it's the house numbering, whether it's the file of life or whatever, but it's very important. And what we're trying to do as a board or a group is also get ideas from seniors on what they're looking for that TRIAD could do to more educational. We do hands-on things, but we're really there to focus on educating you on what needs to be accomplished and make it a safer place for you. Working with the police, the fire, the community seniors, as well as professional staff people that are on board.
The CARFIT program is a program that's coordinated by the National Sheriff's Association. We work with the Essex County Sheriff's Association to promote this program, and is basically a safety program so that people understand how their car can be adjusted to be as safe as possible, how the seat can be adjusted, how the mirrors can be adjusted, and basically not to be concerned about whether you are driving your car or not, but basically how can we make it safer while you are driving your car. That's really the important thing. We don't want people to worry about their license being taken away from them, because that's not the issue. The issue is to make it safe while you're driving the car. That is the thing. And it's a very good program. It's a program that everybody could benefit from, and we provide it at the Rose Baker Senior Center.
So Lydia,
Yes.
we're going to try to fit you into your new car here.
Good.
We're going to do a couple of things. We want to make sure that you fit properly in your seat, that you're high enough from the over the wheel,
Okay.
that you're far enough away from the airbag,
Okay.
that you've got a comfortable reach to your pedals, gas and brake, and that you know where everything is. And since this is a new car,
That may be hard.
we'll cut you a little bit of
Okay.
slack.
Okay.
We're going to
Okay.
adjust your mirrors. Sam's going to help us adjust your
Good.
mirrors and make sure, even though it's a new car, we're going to make sure all your directionals and things are
Good.
working.
Thank you.
So I'm going to ask you a few questions. First, are you the only one that drives the car?
Yes.
All right, so once these adjustments are made, you know, if you're comfortable with them, you shouldn't need to remember to do them again. The other is, do you always wear your seatbelt?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Positive.
You wouldn't lie to me.
I don't lie.
Okay, could you put it on for me?
Yes.
You'd be surprised at how many people
I
do
know.
not wear their seatbelt. If you're not wearing a seatbelt and you have the airbag, without the seatbelt, you're going face first into that airbag that deploys at 140 miles an hour.
Wow.
And that's going to do some serious damage. Also, without your seatbelt, if you have passengers in your car and you're the only one not seatbelted, you become a projectile and are going to injure your passengers. Okay. So if it's nothing more than a scare tactic that gets people to wear it, I'm going to use it.
Right. Good.
Is that comfortable for you?
Yes. Okay.
Just so you're aware,
Right.
this is the way that you adjust the seatbelt. when it's up like this, it's a little
High.
bit into your neck.
Right.
So if you just bring it down a touch, it's not
Oh.
only properly across your chest, but it's not uncomfortable into your
Right.
into your-
Oh,
into
that
your
is
neck.
better. Thank you.
One thing we want to make sure is that you're about 12 inches or 11 inches, and I'm going to use this.
Okay, so I should be further
from-
back.
Yeah, you could go back a little bit, but also you do.
But my
you
pedals.
are short in stature, so you want to be able to reach the pedals. So
Right.
we may have to do a trade-off. on
Okay,
this.
yeah,
One of the things I want to be sure of is that this is coming straight this way.
Right.
It is not coming up to your face.
okay,
That's why I wanted to make sure you know where the adjustment
Right.
is. This is okay. This is
Okay.
coming here. You know, it could go a little bit more, but that's fine.
Right.
Again, that airbag comes out at 140 miles an hour. Just imagine that coming straight into your face.
oh yeah.
You know, that'll break
That's
all the
gonna
bones
break
in your
all,
face.
I know.
So
So what could,
this, again, these are scare tactics,
Right.
but they're for a reason.
Right,
you
okay.
know. We want to make sure that you're safe. And
so if you're too close, that's really dangerous.
correct. The airbag and the seatbelt work in conjunction.
Okay,
This seatbelt stops you just as the airbag is hitting you.
okay,
So it's very, very important.
okay.
So the restraints too. You know how that goes up and down?
I think there's a lever here
There's
that
just
I
a
can
little
push
button
it,
right,
right.
here, and it'll go down.
And I was gonna push it
Just
down a little bit.
Remember, because this is not.
That's not the right height for me.
It's not for comfort.
No.
It's for safety.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not to lean back and fall asleep with.
Oh.
It's in case you get into an accident. It's for the whiplash.
Right.
And you want the middle of that to be right with your ear, so that's
Good.
perfect.
Thank you.
So that's another little adjustment that, again, airbag deploys
Yeah.
15, 20 miles an hour. You hit something, it's coming out. You're not going to get seriously hurt at a 15 mile
Okay.
an hour accident, 20 mile an hour
Right.
accident, unless the airbag deploys and you're not ready for it.
Right.
So
Right.
the distance is, again, we want 10 inches. You're right
Right.
about there.
Okay.
We want 3 inches over the steering wheel. You were just about there. Do you know how to adjust
Yeah,
your
I
seat?
do. I can pull it up.
That's a little bit better. You comfortable with that?
If I go back a little bit, then I'm comfortable. Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
Now the other thing I want you to do is take your foot and put it on the gas. Don't press the gas.
Oh, the gas.
Are you reaching for that?
Not too bad.
All right. Because again,
You don't want to stretch.
you don't want to stretch, especially
Right.
if you're doing a long drive.
Oh, yeah.
If you're stretching, your foot gets tired.
Right.
And then you go to the brake and
Right.
the other thing is if you're too close
Right.
and you go to step off the gas, you catch it on the back of the brake.
Right.
And then you panic and you mash down on the gas. You see a lot of accidents where they say they went for the gas and hit the brake by mistake. It's they went for the brake and hit the gas. It's really not that. It's they're getting their foot caught on,
Okay.
on the brake.
Right.
You're okay. If you were doing a longer drive,
Right. I would
might
want to
pull
be
up
closer.
just a little
yeah,
bit,
yeah.
just so that
I
you-
just moved it a little bit more.
Yeah, your leg
I'm more
doesn't-
comfortable.
your leg
so,
doesn't
yeah,
fatigue.
Yeah.
Something else I tell a lot of people, and you have normal shoes, but sometimes as we get older, our feet bother us.
Oh, yeah.
And we get really comfortable shoes with
Right.
big
The flat.
soles.
Yep.
The bigger the sole, the less feeling you have. Sometimes I suggest to people, if you want to drive longer, safer, have driving shoes like a sneaker,
Oh, okay.
so that you have more feeling on the brake
Okay.
and the pedals. But
And you're
your
more
sh-
comfortable too.
Yeah, your shoes are fine.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the neck to have to change your shoes, but it's sometimes worth it.
Right.
Could you put on your headlights?
My headlights go on
Okay,
a.
Okay, high beams. Okay, that's the flash 'em.
Oh, that's the
Keep 'em
flash.
on. Come on.
Must be way up here.
Nope.
No.
Push it forward.
Oh, forward.
Now the high beams
Oh,
are on.
okay.
And if you see that blue light in here, someplace, where's your blue light? Oh, it's right up the top here. See this right here?
Oh, okay. That means high beams.
And that
Oh, I see it,
that
I see it.
flashes them if you want to let somebody
Yeah,
go.
right. I've done that already.
That puts them on.
Okay.
And that just takes
Let me
them
shut
off.
this off. Thank you.
All right. How about your emergency flashes? Do you know where those
My
are?
emergency flashes are right here
Okay.
because my old car had the same thing.
All right.
That's basically.
Perfect. Directionals.
My
I can see it
directionals.
from here, so I don't have to go up front. Could you put on your left,
Yeah.
your right? All right. Turn them off. Sam, they working in the back. Could you hit your brakes? Good. All right. One thing I want to make sure is you know where your directionals are, because you know in
Yes.
Massachusetts nobody uses them.
Right.
because- Could you hit the brakes again? Yep, the one up top works
Yeah.
as well.
Okay.
So your lights are all working. You know where your horn is?
Oh, it's, wait a minute, I did use it by mistake.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's funny because people don't know where their horns are either. Emergency brake.
Over here.
Could you put it on? All right, and take it off. Do you use your emergency brake as a rule?
I think I have
You gotta
to.
pull it. Push it in.
Okay.
Push it in.
It won't
and
push
pull it up.
It won't push.
Pull it in, push it up.
Maybe I have to have.
Nope.
Huh.
Hold on, I'll get that for you in a minute.
Okay.
Do you use your emergency brake?
When I'm on a hill.
Okay. One thing is the emergency brake something you have to have for a sticker?
Yes.
If you never use it, it'll freeze on you.
Right.
So I don't use mine as a regular rule, but every once in a while
I put it on.
just to make sure
Right.
that it doesn't
Right. Because
freeze.
right now it's not going down,
I'll
so
get
there,
it down.
there might be a
I'll
button.
guarantee I'll get it down for
Okay.
you. One of the other things we want to check is we want to check your mirrors.
Okay.
Most people adjust it by the side of their car. It's usually a little too
Yeah.
close. You don't need to see the side of your
Okay.
car.
All right.
So if we get it out a little bit,
Okay.
you can take out a lot of blind spot. When you're looking in your mirror and there's a car over here or a car over here, if you're driving down the highway, you're not going to see them.
Okay.
So Sam's is back about 10 feet. He's out about 3 feet, and I'm going to have him walk up toward us slowly.
Okay.
And what I want you to be able to do is see both sides, both of his arms.
Okay.
Not top and
Not
bottom, but width.
Okay, his width. Okay.
All right. Sam, you want to take a couple steps forward, please? Come on. Couple more. You see both of his hands?
Still, yeah.
Keep coming.
Now I only see one.
All right.
The right.
You know how to adjust your mirror?
Yep, I do.
Adjust that out just a touch.
Okay.
Couple more steps.
Wait a minute. I'm still adjust. Okay, now go ahead.
Come on.
Nope, we gotta
Just a
adjust it
touch,
some more.
Just a touch.
I know, but it's not. I don't see the.
Yep. And
All right, go
that's
ahead.
good.
Oh, so they have to
Now,
be changed.
you can't see the side of your car, right?
Right.
Just lean to me a little bit and look in the mirror. Can you see it?
Yeah.
That's just for your comfort.
Right.
So just
I know.
So, till you
Yeah.
get used to it, look out.
Right.
You can.
Right.
You'll know that it's there.
Right.
Because what you're seeing is you don't need to see right there. You need to see out here.
Okay.
We're gonna do the other side now.
All right.
So
So
just,
they weren't
just
right.
taking those out a little bit. You probably took out about 15% of your blind spot on either side.
Right.
I want to caution you, if you're not comfortable, take them in just a little bit until you get used to it, till you can take them out a little bit. If you want to do this on your own, instead of adjusting your mirrors from there, when you adjust this one, just lean over so your ear's against the glass here,
Right.
and that'll do the same thing.
Okay.
Lean to the middle of the car and do the other one. That will do the same thing.
Okay.
It's a huge thing, especially on the highways. There's so many blind
know.
spots, and you just you got
Especially when they're passing side, when
whole
they're
better range of vision.
right.
I notice you have pretty good flexibility and mobility. In some cases, if somebody doesn't, I'll recommend a larger mirror. And I do have one I can show you. It's right over
Okay.
here.
Oh wow.
This just clips
On your regular.
onto your regular mirror. So it doesn't take any
Oh.
installation or anything. You can get them in almost any
Yeah.
auto parts store. And what happens is with this mirror, you can see the whole back of your car. So if you have a mobility problem
Right.
with the neck, this gives you a whole view of the back of the car. And if you notice, this one's glass.
Right.
If you do get one, don't get a plastic one. Spend a few dollars. It's
Right.
about $19, and you get a beautiful view of the back of your
Okay.
car. The other thing we recommend is, if you're at the senior center, they have some great exercise classes. Go to the ones to keep the mobility up to where they are.
Right.
This is if you have somebody that travels with
I've
you
seen
that
that on
has
TV.
mobility issues. You have this when you're getting in and out of the car when they swing out. This fits right in here like this. So it goes on the passenger side as well.
Right.
So if you've got somebody and they can use the door handle right here, and this helps them push in and push out of the car.
I do.
So-
I have a mother, so that would be good.
Yeah, these are great.
I've seen them on TV.
Good for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
It's a perfect gift.
Right.
It's also the windshield wipers,
Yeah.
you know where they are. I don't need to check
No.
that with you. But this is really it. We made a couple of minor adjustments, but I think they're real important.
Right.
The mirrors are the big one. the safety, and if nothing
Yeah.
else, I get to explain the safety of the airbag
Right.
and what it does. This is going to make it more comfortable adjusting your seatbelt.
Yes, definitely, because I'm short and it's.
So yeah, and the distance and
Right.
the distance from the pedals and everything. So we made a few adjustments, but I think you're going to be happy with the adjustments we
Good.
made.
Thank you very much.
Don't forget to put your window up. You
I
never know
won't.
when
It's gonna rain.
around
Plus, I
here.
don't want them to steal my car.
All right, thanks, Lydia.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The Rose Baker Senior Center is a thriving senior center, and we're there to support seniors. We're there to give activities, programs, educational, health, informational.
It's a place where people congregate. There's meals available during the day for people, and there's dancing on Mondays. It's any kind of exercise that you can imagine on land and in water.
The Addison Gilbert Hospital provides exercise, enhanced fitness training with a trainer from the YMCA that comes to the senior center twice a week, and people do exercise, and they truly enjoy it, and it's very beneficial. Also, the Y allows seniors to come to the YMCA swimming pool twice a week on Tuesday mornings and on early afternoon on Fridays, and they can swim and do exercise in the water for an hour, and that's free for seniors. And so we have wonderful partnerships in several areas.
We put on a couple of presentations every year, everything from fire and life safety to fall prevention. It's a great place to come down and meet myself and several other members, get to know the department, and just realize we're there more than just to put out fires. We do a lot within the community. We're there for support in any way we can.
And we have a local lawyer who will sit and talk with people privately for about 15 minutes, and it allows you to ask questions. Also a financial advisor. We have a notary public that comes in, and all of this is free for seniors. And it's through the generosity of the volunteers that come to do these things.
It's just a place for people to meet. Even just sit down and watch a movie in the afternoon, or read a good book. There's all sorts of things going on down there.
And we personally play cribbage on Tuesdays, and there's bridge groups that meet, and Scrabble groups. So there is a lot to do if people are willing to try it. It's a great place. We really enjoy it.
It's a great place to meet people of all ages, and all backgrounds. And you just, but it's difficult putting your foot out there the first time. But once you get in that door, people will make you welcome. And you find your niche, and you just go for it. And if there's anything you're interested in or wanted to do that's not available, you just bring it up to the administration, and they'll work with you to see if there's anything they can do about making it happen.
One problem that we have at the senior center is because we have outgrown the senior center. We need a second floor. We need to grow a little because our programs they've grown so much. There's so many people. They're so extensive that we need more space, and that's something that we are hoping for in the future.